Yo, what's up, my people? This is Omah Lay, and today I spoke my truth on Afrobeat Intelligence. Peace.
Afrobeat Intelligence Podcast.
Afrobeat Intelligence, democratizing African music.
Well done.
Thank you, my brother.
Well done.
Thank you.
It's what you've done, what you've done with music, what you've done since 2019 to this moment. It's the stuff dreams are made of.
I agree.
Like you came from nothing.
Totally nothing, my brother. Totally not. Trust me. The story long.
I know, but for you, you come from Port Harcourt. I was born and bred in Port Harcourt. I was born in BMH.
Mad. Mad.
I lived in Boricua all my life.
Okay.
So I understand how the city is, and I understand that. So growing up, when you started music, how was it felt in the area?
Let me take you back.
Okay.
Let me take you back. So, I started music. I used to live with these people. I used to live because I left my parents at a very young age.
How young?
I left my parents at the age of 13, 14. Yeah, and that was when I left my parents. So, yeah, I used to live with these people in Marine Bays. And
who were these people? Who were they to you? Who were they to you?
This story is long.
Okay. But they were not family.
No, they were family, but
they were not biological.
They were not biological. So you see, yeah, I used to live with these people, and the only thing that I had was I didn't used to. There's a lot of things I just don't have to say, but
yeah,
I used to live with these people, and we they do Bofire. You know what Bofire is now?
I know what it is.
Boy.
I know what it is.
Now Bofire, what they do.
For those who don't know,
they know you're for my mouth. If you talk out,
yes. For those who don't know what Bofire is, Bofire is a means of survival for a lot of young people in the Niger Delta, and what it primarily consists of is refining crude oil. So it's what people call term illegal refinery. So yeah, that's what it is. So continue, please.
So they do Bofire, and I used to always fall back to my music. I've always known that this is what I wanted to be.
When you were involved in that, what was it doing? Was it for survival or to fund the music?
Yeah, of course it was for survival. It was for survival. So I have a family. I have a whole family, and I'm the first child. And my dad died, boy alone himself. He died.
His name was Boy Alone.
Yeah, his name was Boy Alone. He died when I was around 12 or something. So, so the weight of the family was on me. You feel me?
Yeah.
The weight of the family was on me. And
at what age did you begin to feel this weight?
13, 14.
You're still a child.
Yeah, I was still but Port Harcourt,
Yes, I know. Yes, no. We don't,
yeah,
Port Harcourt,
yes, nah.
As long as you don't begin waka, you don't own.
Yes, nah. Yes, nah. So I went to Marine Bays, and I had to take care of my family. Anything I could do, I could just, yeah. I did do fire, me and my boys. And yeah, but one thing that I've always known, one thing that I've always had at the back of my mind was music.
Okay.
After everything for the day, I still go back and write songs on my notepad.
But it's hard to do that, don't you think?
It's hard to do that.
It's hard. It's hard work.
Trust me.
Heavy heat. I know this place.
Trust me, my brother. Trust me.
I know this.
Trust me.
So how do you, after you're done with that for the day, how do you now transition into creativity? Because your brain is gone.
So then it used to be like battle. It used to be like rap battle. It used to be like, let me just put lines. Let me just write lines. And so that when we're having a small gathering and somebody comes, then I used to have my boy, Sicky Boy, and a couple other people from the hood, Ebi.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so if you just gather, they do freestyle, they do stuff. So I always, after the whole day is done, I always go back and try to put lines together and just, have something on my notepad. Because that was one place that I realized that I always found true joy, genuine happiness it always came from when I'm doing something related to music. So yeah, I became a laundryman. I left the Go Fire thing. So when I said the way I look at clean, she think I'm a laundryman. So I was a laundryman.
You were an actual laundryman. So you went to a laundry shop.
So I became a laundryman. Yeah, I became.
Were you doing it? How were you doing it? Were you washing the clothes? Okay, what made you leave? What made you leave Port Fire?
So the thing is, it became very dangerous. I lost a lot of my friends. A lot of them died. Military people just come and shoot, gang. You know how Marine Base is. You know the story of Marine Base. It's always
I know. I grew up there.
Yeah,
yes.
shooting and everything, and everybody just kept dying around me, and it just felt like if I kept on going like that, I could just one day I could just go to. So, bro, I pinched myself. I just had to, and then I needed more time to make my music. And living that life, you don't have so much time. And I was so young. Yeah. You don't have so much time to do what you really love. Yeah. So, yeah. I became a laundryman, at least at the laundry shop, after ironing some clothes, and I have some time.
At what age were you?
I'd say I was about 16, 17. I became a laundryman.
Did you work for yourself?
No, I didn't work for myself. I worked for other people. I worked for somebody. Yeah, it wasn't the best job. It wasn't the best time of my life, but
it kept the lights on.
It kept the light on. At least I could find time to write music, and go to the studio or whatever. Just, we used to record, we used to play the beats from how we used to release music then was we play the beat on a speaker, and then we use a phone and record the music. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Like while the beat is playing from the speaker, we just sing. And record on another phone. So at least being a laundryman for a while, it gave me so much time to write more music, to make more music, and then that was how it kept evolving. I saved up some money. I tried to learn music production. It was so difficult because they tell me, say I could guys learn music production. I guys work for somebody for 1 year, 6 months.
No way.
I just guys be somebody houseboy for 1 year, 6 months.
1 year, 6 months. Like you just the person.
I did tell you, just the go message.
That's all you need. That's all you'll be doing.
Yeah,
you're not learning. They're not teaching you anything.
Exactly.
You just stay for 1 year, 6 months as a slave.
I was young, but I didn't have all that time. I needed to make money. I needed to do something where could put better food for my family table, because like I was taking care of my mom, bro. You feel me? I was taking care of my mom. I was taking care of my siblings. Okay. So it kept on going like that until I finally saved up some money. It was 30K. 30K. If you get 30K that year, you know who you be now. Yeah. You know what I mean, right? Yeah. I saved up some money, and I went to meet somebody his name is Dr. Roy, in Port Harcourt. I don't know if you know Messi Chinwo.
I know messaging one.
You know, Jesus, you love me too much. The person that produced that song was the person that I learned how to make music production from. Yeah. So, so he took me in. Whoa.
How did that meeting go? You just found him somewhere and you walked up to him?
So what happened was one of my friends, his name is Nengi, he's blind. He featured me on a gospel song to rap. And it was Dr. Roy at the time. Dr. Roy hadn't made any big record yet. So we went to the studio and I rapped, and then after the session, Dr. Roy came to me and told me that he wants me to be with him. He wants to be making music for me. Like he wants me to sign under him. Let's make music and put it out together. But I have to stop doing gospel music. But I have to start doing gospel music because he was a gospel producer.
So you were a guy who came up from the streets.
Yeah,
you'd seen the worst of the world, and now you're trying to move towards reinventing yourself and focusing on your talent. And someone is telling you,
if I have to, if I would let him help me, then I have to stop doing the kind of music that I make. I have to start making gospel music.
You were desperate.
I needed to do something, bro. So I left. I never came back to him. I kept looking for other ways to go learn how to make music. Yeah. And it took so long, very long time. Then I gave up on being a rapper. Why did you stop being a rapper? For some reasons. I don't know. It just time and burden. Yeah. A lot of things really pushed me away from being a rapper. But then I don't know, man. I don't know. But I just didn't see myself as a rapper anymore.
Did you feel like going to music production moved you closer to the bag?
Yes, it did. It did. And then one motivation that I had to become a music producer was for the fact that if I become very good at making music, making beats for other people, at least I could sell my beats and make money from it. That was one big motivation that I had to, in as much as I loved making it, in as much as I love making music, but one big motivation that I had was to make money from making beats. So I just dropped off the rapper thing and I went back to Dr. Roy and I told him that I'm not a rapper anymore. I don't want to let him just teach me music production. Already, I used to use my friend's laptop to make some beats at home already, but I just needed to go professional with it. So I went to the studio and I met him again and I told him and he took me in.
Did you agree to be a gospel artist?
Yeah.
You lied, man. I'm judging. I'm judging you.
No,
Stanley, I'm judging.
I had to. I had to. God forgive me.
Yes.
But it is what it is. So yeah, I went back. I told him
was it hard to readjust everything and to be that person?
I knew who I wanted to be. So everything I was doing at the time, it didn't matter to me. All I just wanted to do was to make sure that what I wanted was coming. So it wasn't because I wasn't a rapper anymore. It was okay for him because like I wasn't even singing anymore. I just want to learn how to make music. Yeah. So what he does basically was gospel music. And everybody that was coming to the studio was gospel artists and all. So
but did you learn anything musically from? Okay, but you were now learning how to produce as a gospel artist,
as a gospel producer,
exactly. And in gospel, what was the most important thing in like gospel music production for you then?
I don't know. There was nothing. There was really nothing there for me, bro.
But did the song had to sound a certain? Did the song like?
I mean, you know how gospel music is. It's really good music. It's good music, but it wasn't my thing. It wasn't my thing. But I just needed to learn from Doctor. I just needed to learn how to make the beats at least from him. So yeah, I was there for a while.
Yeah.
He wasn't the best. Honestly, he wasn't the best person you would want to have as a boss. He wasn't the best at that time for me, but he actually was one of the people who brought me to where I am today. I'll never forget him for that. And
he taught you the art.
He didn't teach me. That's the thing. He didn't teach me, but he let me in, so I learned for myself. I'll be honest with you. He didn't teach me, but he showed me the path. He brought me closer to where I could learn, but he didn't teach me. If I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, so you, while watching things happen around you, while seeing people do things, you started learning.
I was learning. Guess what? While I was with him, he didn't introduce me as a producer to anybody or a producer that's learning.
How was he? He introduced you as an intern.
Boy who was going to buy stuff for people who come around. Yeah, that was what I was. I was the boy who cleans the studio in the morning and who runs the errands around. So he was not even recognizing me enough as the person that's going to become a music producer like him someday. He's bringing up, like, I don't know if you feel me.
Yeah.
But all that didn't matter to me.
You were just where you wanted to be.
I was just where I wanted to be, and thank God for him that took me in. And then time went by. I wasn't sleeping at night. So after the whole day is done, he goes home and he pays my transport. So na keke would use from what's it called? I don't know if you know Amadi. Transamadi, because the studio was in Abloma. So from Transamadi to so we'll go reach Transamadi. Then him go Garrison. Then me I go Marine Base. So he go pay my 50 naira keke to carry me go Marine Base or taxi to go Marine Base. Yeah. So I'll act like I'm going back to Marine Base.
Oh, you were crafty.
Yeah, I will act like I was going back to Marine Base because he didn't used to give me chance to use the system and stuff.
I respect it, bro. I respect it so much.
So I would act like after a long day, I'll act like I've gone home, and then I would just sneak around like I'm looking for a taxi. And as soon as he's left, I would take a taxi back to the studio and spend all night. By the time he's coming back in the morning, I've already cleaned the studio like I just came in this morning. But I didn't sleep last night. I was on YouTube all night learning shit. So that was it. I kept on doing that for a long time, and it got to a point where I was learning new stuff every time, and I started assisting him while he was making music for people. I was like bringing ideas, and he was like, where you learning this shit from? You feel me?
Bro, you got it out of the mud.
Bro,
you got it out of the mud.
Man, trust me. So like he was like, where are you learning this stuff from? And he started allowing me to use the system. But then every time he's not around, I bring my boys from Marion Base. You know, street boys. Yes, the kind of music we make is really different.
Real.
They go come to the studio, they go smoke. They go to, and that's a gospel studio, you feel me? But that's the music that I enjoy making. I don't know if you feel me.
I get you. I get
so,
you.
So yeah.
Took a lot of risks, man.
Yeah. So he found out, and somehow things went south, and then he kicked me out. He kicked me out of the studio. He kicked me out of the studio, bro.
But you had it coming.
No, I had nah. Trust me,
you had it coming.
I had it coming. I did.
Well, this living life like this, like where you always feel like there's a gun pointed to your head. Like you've been desperate from early teenagehood. And it has made you not only entrepreneurial, it's made you learn how to interact with people because a person will like you will teach you.
Yes, no.
Or a person will pity you, self, even. So, see, I've been there before. Trust me. Trust me, I've been there before. I was orphaned at 8. So, yeah, so I've lived that type of life.
Stories long ago.
Plenty.
Oh boy.
Plenty.
No be here from
no be here.
No be Twitter.
Yes.
Oh
now every day now, no be here start. So living that type of life, it does something to you. It does something to you when you always have to be on the edge. Like what do you think it added to you as a person?
It gave me a lot of insecurities, first of all.
Okay.
Being that person for a very long time of my life, being broke, being always, always hoping for somebody to help you, and to always
being on the wrong end of the stick.
Yes, every single time. You're like looking for where to. I am a boy who used to sleep outside, bro. We used to sleep outside the man. That started there. He knows the story.
That's your day one,
Starry. Yeah, we lived in Marion Base together.
For real?
Yeah. His mother fed me for like a very long time.
No way.
For a very long time. Every morning we go to clean plates at her shop, and she gives us food. Trust me, nice. I am a boy used to sleep outside. Like we go after we do go fire finish, we go bath the salt water. Yeah. Or sometimes we bath fresh water, then we go sleep outside. We'll just find when cars don't park for this thing.
Yeah.
We'll just climb one of the cars, or if anyone they open by lock, we enter inside sleep. We did that for a long time. My boy Isen slept outside for like, I found a place to sleep because I started working at the laundry shop, and then I was sleeping at the laundry shop. But this laundry shop was so small that it couldn't contain more than me and the other guys that was there. My guy Isen used to sleep outside. Like he slept outside for like over like 4 months. He used to sleep outside. That was he didn't have a house. That was how bad it was for me. Like that was the kind of place that I came from. I don't even feel me.
I feel you.
So yeah, this is not like it's been a very long journey. Very long journey.
And you talk about this in your music, because never forget. Like for example, never forget off 2022 Boy Alone. Beautiful album. Well done.
Thank you.
Once again.
Thank you.
You talk about this. You mentioned like, from the slums you come, Marion Base boy, God is love is war, God is God. Sorry, let me know. Recite the entire song.
You're taking me deep now. Now they carry me, they go where I don't know.
You know just one go. you know. So these are lessons that you learned from existing like this. What kept you going? Like having to sleep outside, having to do bullfight, having to see people die around you. What was the end goal for you at that point?
See, man, I honestly don't know.
What was the aspiration?
I think I had, first of all, I knew that I had talent. I knew it. Every time I go close.
How did you know?
Because every time I go close to music, I do it very good. Every time I go close to music, people love it.
Okay.
Every time I go close to music.
Every time you touched music.
Every time I touch anything relating to music, people loved it. And me, I love it. And I always like have it music. Every time I go close to music is when I find genuine joy. So like,
and it's from within.
So like,
nobody can give you that.
Nobody, bro. Nobody. And so I knew I had something. I knew deep down. I used to watch Drake. I used to watch Lil Wayne. I used to watch these guys. I used to watch Whiskey, Dunk Mighty, Burna Boy. Well, story long ago. You know Coco Miko?
No way.
Look, I bust your brain. Let me take you back. Let me take you back.
No
See,
way.
bro, I used to watch these guys and like, bro, see.
For your radio, not the place where I want to be.
Bust my head.
Stimulating your nerves until you move your feet.
Bro, see, I go way back. Oh, trust me, man. I go way back. And
so, Kokomiko, you were with them? Or?
No, I wasn't with them.
But they inspired you.
These people really inspired me. These people really inspired me, and yeah, I just knew that I was gonna be. I knew for sure that, you see, music, one way or the other, I was gonna do music and I was gonna become the best. Now the thing is, at the time, I didn't know if I was gonna become a musician, like sing, but what I saw was I was gonna become a music producer. That I was gonna make music to the point where I'm gonna be like one of the biggest music producers in the world and stuff. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it came to a time when I realized that I wasn't just a music producer.
Yeah.
I was more than a music producer. I'm not saying music production is less. I'm not saying music producers are less, but what I'm saying is that I realized that I could do more than just making the beats.
So when you started making the beats, please. When you started making the beats, when did you finally know that you had gotten the skill of making a song? Was it when your Street Boys, you guys were recording in that studio?
Let me tell you something. Let me take you back again. Are you okay?
See,
with
I'm
that?
with you, brother. Okay. I'm with you. I got time.
I did something one time in Myron Bays. All right.
Yeah.
This is a story I'll never disclose. But I did something one time in Myron Bays. I had a birthday party.
Yeah.
I had a birthday party where I brought a lot of girls, my boys, and we did it like a devil's day. It was a devil's day. It was really over 18, over 24, in fact. Birthday kind of party. Like, it was a small circle, and I brought all the hood girls, all the bad hood girls in, and just a couple boys. So we did some really dirty stuffs that night, and the next morning the news went round.
You guys went wild.
Yeah, we went really wild. We went really wild. It's not good for radio. Yes. I can't say this on podcast as a matter of fact.
No, you can say it's a podcast. It's Nigeria's most listened pop culture podcast.
Okay.
Well, so you can say it's a podcast.
Okay, so we did a lot of wild things that night. So the next morning the news came out
that Omah Lay had brought Sodom and Gomorrah to the city.
To the city, and yeah, the girls. Now the problem was the girls that I brought to the birthday party. The girls that did the wild stuff with us.
Yeah,
they were people's girlfriends. So yeah, they were people's girlfriend and not people you mess with in the hood.
You go for Curtis' girlfriend.
My brother.
You go for Curtis' girlfriend.
My brother, I in that problem like this big one. So the idea was nobody was gonna let this story out after that night. All the girls agreed.
Yeah,
but then
everybody
agreed.
You can't do something like that with people,
bro. So last this story cast, I had to run from Marine Base. I had to run for my life from Marine Base.
That's why you left Marine Base.
That's why I left Marine Base.
Because you go for Curtis, babe.
Bro.
Oh no.
Then they find me like this.
But in the time that you have.
No, sorry, I need to finish the story.
Yeah, continue.
Because the story leads to the previous question you asked.
Okay, continue, please.
So I had to leave Marine Base. So I ran to somewhere, and where I ran to, I spent 1 year there with my cousin Richard. We were in a mud house. Yeah. And in that place, all I did for that 1 year was learn music. I was away from everybody that I knew.
Where did you run to?
Enugu.
You went to Enugu.
Richie, what's the name of that place? Iva Valley in Enugu. That was where I was.
Iva Valley.
In Enugu.
That's where you were hiding for your life.
State, on God.
In Enugu. How was Iva Valley? Why did you choose there?
First, my boy was serving. Richard was serving, he was doing his youth service.
Richard here.
Yeah, Richard there.
So you've mentioned two people from your past now. You've mentioned Starry.
Mm-hmm.
He's in this room.
Yeah.
You've mentioned Richard.
Yeah.
He's in this room.
That's my cousin, though. Richard is my cousin.
So you move with your day ones?
No, see, my day one. You know the year which I did talk. So like, yeah.
So that was temptation.
That was temptation, yeah. So I was learning music, like serious music, guitar. I was like into one whole year of my life. I cut my hair, no babe. For that place when I did for 1 year, no babe, bro. Now mud house we deal. My brother and only my brother decide. We survived with 19,005. That was like, that was what they used to pay.
Coppers,
Alawi. Me and them, they share 19,005 for the whole 31 days.
No way.
On God, brother.
There was no way you could make money from the village.
There's no way.
And people were poor there too.
God.
Yes, that's it.
Lights no did yaw.
That's it. I lived in villages also, and I hated living in villages. I'm sorry, rural Nigeria. I didn't like living in villages because there was no money. Bro. And every day it felt like the world moved in slow motion.
Oh God. Every day
you can't dream. That's the worst part. You cannot dream.
You cannot dream. See, I don't even know how to take the dream for there. Oh God. I don't know how I was still able to be learning music. I wasn't, bro. There was no hope in that place. But that was the place where I actually grinded that was the place where I mastered my music.
Yeah.
For the 1 year that I was there, that was the place where I got involved with, I became spiritual with my music. That was the place I found the real Omah Lay. I think that was the place that I found the real Omah Lay. So when I came back, after everything died, I came back and I got a studio. I found a studio. When I started making music, my music changed.
Yeah.
The way I made music changed. People started coming to me from Port Harcourt. Like, I just came back like almost 1 year, and then people started, my beats became like, it became a thing. Like I was charging, like I was one of the people who charged.
So when you came back to the city,
yeah,
you made peace with the people from the past?
Yeah. I didn't make peace, sorry. I no go back marry peace.
So where did you go to this time?
So like I went straight to Abloma. Now the thing is, by the time I came back, Dr. Roy, who taught me music production, who kicked me out, he made a big record, which was Messaging One, and he moved out of that studio. So you see, so like when I came back, I called him. He's my boss. He's still like my person, like person who. So yeah, I called him.
He put you on.
Yeah, he was like, okay. He was still mad at me. He was big at the time, so he was like, but you understand, you could dobale for.
Yes, no.
Yeah, but somehow he connected. I met Lai. I'll never forget Lai. Never forget Lai. Lai owns a studio in Abloma, the studio where Dr. Roy used to work, where I learned music production. Yeah, Lai. So I called him. He told me the studio was empty, that I should use it if I want, but I just need to find equipment. So I called Becky J. Becky J gave me a sound card and whatever I needed, and I started up the studio again. And in less than 2-3 months, people started realizing that somebody was there, and the person that was there was making good music. So people started coming. I started selling more beats. I started writing songs. I realized.
So was this the first time you started making money from chasing music?
Yeah. First time that I started making money from chasing music.
How did that feel, knowing that?
The first person who paid me was Austin.
That was his name. How much was this?
Razan. That's his name. That was the first thing who paid. He no agree pay me first. He did it because the studio was like a joke. Yeah. But we made like very, very good Love in the Jungle. That was the first record that I made that we put out.
Love in the Jungle.
That was by Razan. We wrote that song together. I produced the song. That was my first song. He paid me 7.5.
You try now. Bro, now big money.
Yes, now. Love in the Jungle. Mad record like this then, as of then. So like it just kept happening. I guess he started telling people. People heard the song. Yeah. People came around. I was making music for some whack artists. Started writing.
And so people just kept coming, and
people just kept coming.
How much were you charging at this point?
Then
how did you set your price?
I charged to the point where I started charging 20,000. Then I started charging 30,000. Then I started charging 50,000.
You've been blown now.
I know blow. No,
as a producer, you don't like for that ends. You don't blow now. Then how many of your colleagues could charge that much?
No, not a lot of people could charge that much. But the quality of the music that I made, like one thing with my music is like, it comes from me. Like, I'm so sure only me can make my music that way. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. What I feel like what people get from me, only me can get. Like it's normal. That's why I said my album is boy alone. Like I feel like everybody's boy alone in their own ways. Like everybody's unique. You feel me?
Apart from it being your grandfather's name,
my father's
your
name.
father's name, rather.
Yeah.
What does boy alone mean? What does it mean?
Boy alone means uniqueness. Boy alone means that you see this music that you're hearing from me, only me can give it to you that way. You feel me? Nobody else. Anybody. You can say that. I can tell you. I can proudly beat my chest and tell you that. You see, with this album, I just didn't want to do fresh boy music with this album.
Yeah.
I don't know if you feel me.
I feel you.
Like I also wanted to make sure that I was stuck in the mind of the streets. Like I also wanted to make sure that I connected back to who I really was. Like I was a boy in the streets, and I can tell you for sure that I'm so sure that the people who would relate to this album more are people who are in the streets. Like they are in it. It's not like I'm saying this album is for the streets. You feel me? But I'm so sure that people who would fuck with this album the most are people who are in the street. People who probably have gone through
some people who have faced a deep level of adversity.
Exactly.
Or who are currently facing a deep level of adversity.
Exactly. So yeah.
So they can deal with the emotions, the daily, constant emotions.
Exactly, my brother. Exactly. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. It's been a very long journey. Boy alone means a lot. Let me finish that boy alone question. It means a lot more than just being unique. Yeah. So over the years, I have realized that a lot of people who started showing me love, a lot of people who was like, they were there for me. Yeah. A lot of them left.
Okay.
Trust me.
When did they leave?
People started leaving at some point in my life when it felt like, because I was down for a long time. Trust me, I was really, really down for the longest time. And I would never pray anybody's is down for that long.
But at that point, how are you feeding family?
I was made already. I already did get laid, and what have we done?
Okay,
you feel me? So like I already not made, but I had money already. Like come on. So yeah, but I felt like mentally and stuff. I disconnected from a lot of people, even my family. Like,
what do you think caused this?
That's the thing, fear, doubt, insecurities. All those insecurities that followed me from the past. From the past. They came at me wrong. They came at me worse because I became famous. I didn't even know who I was anymore. You feel me? Like, sometimes I sit down and try to search for myself. I can't find myself. So, like, all those things together, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of things actually put me in a very dark state. And I think I was supposed to be there to actually send the message back to my people, like to actually make this album so that my people would feel it. Like, I don't know if you feel me.
I feel you because when I listen to the album, there's this sense of this vulnerability that just envelopes everything in delivery, in songwriting, even in the choice of production. Sometimes some of the things you put on there, it's so dark, and I'm like, Jesus.
No, but it's the truth. That's one thing with this album. My music is the truth. My music is the truth. I can't even lie with my music. I can't lie. If I tell you something in my music, believe it.
So you were in this state, and boy alone, you felt alone, or?
I felt alone. I felt a lot of, trust me, the people who got me, my day ones who got me, who still rode for me, so they were like, see, every time I wake up in the morning, there's a comparison. Every time I wake up in the morning, maybe the day when I just search Twitter, the first thing you see is Omah Lay fell off.
Stop doing that.
No, that's I do it sometimes because I need to know where people think I am. You feel me? Like I'm one person that's like so connected to my fans to the point where once in a while I check up on what they think, what they are thinking.
But people are so unkind these days.
What the I don't give a fuck. And anyway, it was before. Maybe it used to get to me before, but you feel me? Like I think I've outgrown all that shit. Yeah, so like sometimes you just search Twitter and the first thing you see is like Omah Lay fell off. Sometimes you see something like Rema Omah Lay. You feel me? Fireboy Omah Lay. Those kind of stuff. And I was in a very bad state.
Those comparisons, what do they do to you?
Then they used to like, those comparisons used to make me feel, I don't know, but they're not good stuff.
They're not, because
not
then
good stuffs.
it begins to place your work. I complain about this all the time. I say it's unfair to place people who are literally going along their own journeys and building their own legend. You put them side by side and you begin to compare them. First, you can't judge music in relation to another person. Everybody creates differently and individually. What is this? So that's also the thing I have against awards. Also.
That's the thing I have against. I'm not trying to do these based on, I didn't want to talk about this. I would never have spoken about this, but the charts.
Yeah.
I have stopped. I think I've grown a whole lot. Trust me.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that I learned. I have stopped judging how good my music is or how good a song is based on what is on the chart. I have stopped.
What brought you to that realization?
What brought me to that realization is, bro, I listen to my music. I don't give a fuck anymore if anybody fucks with it or not. Yeah?
Yeah.
If you think it's shit or you don't think so. See, I see people come to me and tell me that my lyrics do shit for them. I don't know if you understand. That's the greatest award an artist, a musician can ever get. You can't tell me. There's no Grammys. There's no nothing that's bigger than that. That somebody walks up to you and explains to you how much your lyrics have changed their life, how much your lyrics saved their life when they were in bad times. I don't know if you feel me.
Yes.
But when people look down on those stuffs because of number one on the charts.
No, but music, the utility of music, like what makes music worth it is in the utility of it, how people use it. And if your music can make people pull through a very dangerous or bad situation in their lives, then you've won.
That's what I'm saying. But then it's beginning to be like,
because now you've made real change.
That's what I'm saying. There's actually no need to. A lot of artists are in dark places today because probably they are judging their music off of
another person's
journey. They're judging their music off of the charts.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, it's not supposed to be that way. It's not supposed to.
You didn't start this for the charts.
Honestly.
Then why does it matter so much?
Why? Bro, why? That's one thing that I've grown to realize, that, bro, this music, that my lyrics do shit for you, it really means a lot to me, because where I came from, it was people's music that did shit for me that I got to where I am today. And the greatest award that I can get right now is to find out that my lyrics is doing shit for other people. And it just keep going on. I don't know if you feel me.
I feel you.
That's the greatest reward that I can get right now. So I've learned to stop judging my music off of the streams. The streams is important.
Yeah.
Trust me, the charts are important. But I have stopped judging my music. I've stopped judging my career and stopped judging my my success based off the charts.
The charts. I get you. And so you were in this place for a while. And what did your day ones do for you? How did they anchor you to reality and to the light?
So when I sometimes when I check, somebody come and say, Omah Lay fell up, and I'll check the comments. I'll see my day ones there. Now the cruise.
Which one among them? The ginger pass?
No, not this ones. I'm talking about my day ones, my fans my day ones. They are there. Like, you will see them under the comment section. Like, see the comments when they put on there, they give you joy. It will give you ginger. You feel me? So that's like, good. So all that stuff together put me in a dark place. Got me really fucked up for a while. And
how did you arrest this fall? When did you arrest this?
So what happened was, I didn't want to let that moment pass. I didn't want to get therapy.
Yeah.
At first, I didn't want to get therapy, but I was really fucked up. I was into everything.
Why didn't you want to get therapy?
Because I wanted to use it to make the album. I wanted to use the crazy to make the album. That's one thing with me. I feel like I capture every single moment of my life. I don't want to let any moment of my life. I think that moment was a phase of my life, and I didn't want to let it pass. So when I realized that I was going mad, I was losing it. I wanted to make sure that I used it to make the album. I wanted people to I didn't want that phase of my life to pass just like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I didn't get therapy at first. I made sure that I finished the album with me going cycle before I got therapy.
And while you were making this album, how was this different compared to Get Laid and What Have
Get
We
Laid,
Done?
yeah. See, bro, Get Laid was me just being,
A bad boy.
bad boy. Nothing don't hit me. It's just me being home by myself, and I have not seen things. I haven't. Trust me.
I remember when they were trying to introduce you into the industry, some of your people came to me and they played your music for me. And in my head, I was like, who is this person? And they're like, see what we're launching into the game. What do you think? And I'm like, who is this evil person? Well, on the front end, I just said, this is beautiful, this is beautiful, this is beautiful, and it'll work. But in my head, I'm like, what have we done?
Yeah.
So when it started, I tried to get this interview the first time when you dropped the first part. No, they tried to get me to do it, but but in my head, I said, he hasn't seen a lot. I don't like interviewing new artists.
I feel you.
So someone who just blew now, I would not go there. Because this person is still discovering themselves.
Yeah. That's one thing that happened with me.
Second project, by the time they came in, by the time I listened to the second project, I'm like, okay, life done they happen to this person. And when I came and said, I think I'm ready for that interview, your people, they said, everybody, right now, everybody has told everything. Hold on. When it's time for the album.
Okay. Makes sense.
So
makes
now,
sense.
so when it was time for the project and I called them and they're like, the reason why he hasn't done a lot of press or done all of these things in a while is because life is happening.
Life really happened.
They use different words.
Life happened.
But life is happening.
Life happened to me, though. Trust me. Life did happen to me.
So how did you now arrest this? So when you made the music, was it in tears? Like, what was this feeling?
So what happened is I all that craziness, I made sure I made the album with it. I made sure. The only thing, because when I'm there, like when I don't dig down,
Yeah.
the only thing that kept me going was to go to the studio and search for the most perfect beat at the time and pour out my heart on it. That was the only thing. I was so alone that the only person that I could actually talk to was my mic. Because depression in Nigeria is one thing you're ashamed of saying. Yeah. Especially as a superstar, you cannot even understand it. I'm not calling it depression. I'm not calling my own depression.
It was a darkness.
It was darkness. Nothing is one thing. It's pain. It's so much pain. It's something that you feel ashamed because they talk. What are you saying?
Now you have made money, and then it just gets worse. A lot of Nigerians think depression is down to like poverty and the lack of money, that constant worrying, that constant stress. But you weren't depressed until you made it.
That's what I'm saying.
So do you think taking away, like after you've started earning success, you were making money, you were no longer on the edge. You had started, like you were now your person. You've achieved at least the first level of self-actualization. Those feelings, that feeling that powered you all through, where does it go?
Bro.
Because there was no need for it anymore.
No, there wasn't. There really wasn't.
But where do you think it goes? Is that what becomes your demons?
I think that's what becomes your demons. I think so. That question is deep.
Yes. Because I know.
It's a deep question.
Because you're not powered by spite anymore. You're not powered by the need to survive. Your central word is no more survival. Because you can survive by sleeping even at this point.
I'm good.
You survive by sleeping at this point. So that's way of life that you've learned, and those attendant emotions that enable you go through life at that edge, stay sharp, be at the edge. Like that panic, that fight or flight response, they never leave you until you actually chase them away, or you let go, accept that they happen, and then let them go.
Come again.
Like those feelings, they never leave you. That state of mind, it never completely leaves you. Instead, they turn into your demons.
Yes.
Because they always make you, they make you look back. So you're not chasing a life you want. You're running away from a life.
Exactly. That's the best way to describe it. That's the best way to describe it. I don't know. I don't have the right words to describe, but I think you actually just described it enough for someone to understand.
Yeah.
They don't go away.
Yeah.
They don't go away. They just end up turning into your demons. But somehow I think I managed to. I scaled through. It was a phase of my life that I'm so proud that I made my album with it.
And now that you see people connect with what you were saying, what you put on the project, the emotion, the expression, how does it make you feel?
I feel good. Trust me. It feels like I'm doing what I was born to do. At this point, there was so much doubt in my mind. There was so much doubt in my head. There was so much self-doubt. Yes, there was so much and self-doubt. It was so much that it came with fear, and the fear was so much that it came with all that stuff is insecurities by themselves, and all those plenty stuffs came with pain. You feel me?
Yeah.
Came with pain. And there was nobody that I could tell these things that, see, bro, I'm insecure. Oh, bro, I am this. I am scared. I'm this. I'm that. You feel me? So the only thing that I had was the microphone. Only thing that I had. Only place that, because I feel like I need somebody to talk to me. So when I record myself, I'll listen to it.
So by listening to yourself and pouring this out,
I was free.
You were freeing yourself.
I was freeing myself. And I need people to listen to them and dance and free themselves too.
Because listening to your project, I felt at some point I felt like, this is someone's pain. Why am I dancing to someone's pain? This is serious shit.
It only makes sense if you dance. If you don't dance, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense if you don't dance to it.
Okay.
I don't know if you feel me.
Okay.
It's a complete puzzle when you dance to it. The puzzle is solved when you dance to it. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yes,
maybe I need to.
Yes, you are. No,
I need to go deeper.
Let me try to run it back.
Okay.
So you're saying by putting it together, like putting your pain up in this manner, expressing it in your most preferred art form, by people listening and enjoying this experience and dancing to it, it's supposed to give a certain purge to you, like some sort of cathartic feeling where...
Achievement,
yes.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like an achievement because that is the only time when I didn't make this music so you would cry.
Okay.
I didn't make the music so that you would get depressed as I was depressed. I have gone through this thing. I'm trying to make you feel better, but at the same time feeling better. I'm trying to tell you the things that you are supposed to feel better from, like the things you were supposed to run away from. I don't know if you understand.
I get you.
The reason why I'm making this music is because of the pain. And I need you to know that this pain is what I'm trying to dance away. I don't know if you feel me.
I feel you, brother.
It's not so that if you want to be by yourself and think and just cry, it's okay. It's okay to cry. If you wanna, whatever. But the perfect reason, the perfect thing to do when song like So comes up is to dance. That's the perfect thing to do.
And on that song, you kept saying, So take my pain away.
Yeah.
So take my pain away. See, I've listened to your album. Don't worry. It's at the top of my list. So I arrange it every day. I drove from yesterday. I drove to Ibadan, and this was all that played.
Makes sense.
From Lagos.
I'm glad.
And drove back this morning, and it was all that played.
I'm glad.
So I get your messaging. I get the imagery. I understand a lot of it. I think so from this end.
Yeah, because somebody needs to tell people the truth. Somebody needs to tell people. Sometimes you don't know what you need.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to be given what you need to actually realize that, oh, I needed this stuff. It might not be the kind of music that's right out there right now. It might not be what everybody's vibing to, but trust me, a lot of people needs it, and somebody needs to give it to them.
Okay.
That's why it's Boy Alone.
Boy Alone. I get you. God, that was such a long journey.
Yeah.
But now it was such a long journey, but now I understand it.
Yeah.
Now I get why it's titled Boy Alone. Let me hit that.
Yeah, sure.
It's too deep, man. It's too deep, man.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Oh God. Nah, it's deeper than what? It's deep.
Yes, it is.
And then it's beautiful because it's hidden under melodies. It's hidden under words. It's hidden under things that, you just vibe to. It's hidden under, like, you feel me? That's why it's beautiful. That's why it's Boy Alone. Trust me. I want to live with people forever. This one thing that's my dream. I think that's like one thing that I don't want to ever leave people. I don't want to ever leave my people that I talk to. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I know that there are people that I talk to with my music.
Yeah.
I know these people. I know all of them in my head. There are people that I talk to with my music. And because I don't come out on social media to talk to them, I don't talk to them enough on stage. The only place that I have to talk to them
is in my music.
Is in my music. And it's like a big whole family. And it doesn't make sense if you feel me, like it completes the whole thing.
Yeah.
That you listen to me tell you the truth and then you dance.
I feel you.
I mean, I don't have the best words, but yeah.
I get you. I get you. And when you finally decided to, what day did you finally decide to come back to music, to pick up the mic? What day was that? What happened? What spurred you on that day to say, I'm picking up this mic again?
As in from when I was down, when
you were in that studio producing for everybody else.
Oh yeah. First I thought it was the urge to do more.
Okay.
First it was about the fact that I wasn't getting enough credit. It was the fact that I wasn't
you felt underappreciated. And then I felt that, bro, I know what I am. You feel me?
Yeah. That was one. But later, as time goes on, the reason changed. It shifted. The narrative shifted, and it became that the fact that this thing gives me joy, and it became that this is the place where I feel the most comfortable to talk. I don't know if you understand. Yeah. At first, it was because people didn't used to, but later it became for the fact that that this is the only space that I have. If you listen to Do Not Disturb,
yeah,
good. That's like my first ever record. Whoa. So that was the only place where I found where I didn't used to be so much of the like talk. I did catch crews well, but like a lot of times, like I cannot communicate with you enough as much as I will put in music. I can't tell you how it is in my head unless there's music with it.
Yeah.
So songs like Do Not Disturb, like there was no way I would have told you all those stuff. Like, do not disturb me, please. You feel me? Like, there's no way that you would feel it as much as if I don't put it in the music.
Yeah.
So the music, the reason why I picked up the mic later became for the fact that it was the only place that I could talk.
There's this thing I think about, for people who create a lot, people, whether across mediums, whether it's music, it's visual, writing, podcasting these days. Mm. And they always come from a place of, it feels a lot like from a place of nobody is listening to me. Mm. And I just want to talk. So this is how I can talk. That's why it's called expression. So I was listening to a writer talk recently. Check out this movie. This movie on Amazon Prime, this series.
Okay, what's the name?
You would love it.
What's the name?
Terminal List.
Terminal List. I have to jot that down.
Check it out. It might be one of the best things you'd ever see this year. It's a movie about the U.S. Navy SEALs. It's a series, 8 episodes about the U.S. Navy SEAL.
Terminal List, right?
Terminal List, yes. James Pratt, Amazon Prime.
Okay.
And so I was listening to the guy talk, and he was like, the only reason why he started creating was because he went through when he was in spaces in Afghanistan, when he was a former Navy SEAL. And so when he was deployed to all these places, and they were ever under heavy gunfire, heavy this, heavy that, heavy that. There was no way he would tell people and people will understand. Like, even his deepest thoughts. So he's like, let me start writing it down as a way to speak to myself.
Yes, exactly. As a way to speak to yourself. Because sometimes you cannot tell somebody a problem enough for them to tell you those stuffs that you tell yourself.
Yes.
Through your writing and through your music.
Yes.
I don't know if you understand.
I get you.
Oh God. It's a way of, this way of expression is, there is really no way that messages could pass properly if it's not in writing and singing. I don't know if you understand me.
Yeah. And doing this, making music like this, don't you sometimes feel like you are relieving, brother? Don't you sometimes feel like you're relieving this pain, this existence? Like, don't you feel like don't you experience it again? Like, something bad happens to you, and then you document it via your music.
Because I want to remember them. I want to always remember my life. Because trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. I was here before people.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
There are a lot of people on this earth that are like, let me make this the clearest that I can.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's life. It's life.
Okay.
But I came first.
All
right.
Mm-hmm.
I will need to live like this. A lot of millions of people on this earth are going to live exactly like the way I'm living right now.
Yeah.
You feel me? Their life is going to be like that at some age they'll lose their parents.
Yeah.
At some age they would have to struggle.
Yes.
At some age they'll have to fail exams.
Yes.
A lot of people would live exactly that life.
Yes.
So I was the first that came. I was the first that came. Or maybe I am the person who has fame.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, let me say I was the first person that came. So if I can help them document these things enough so that every point of their life, when they get to those points where they have somebody who will tell them that I have been here before and I scaled through and I kept going and I keep going. And these people are just living the life and just meeting me at every point. I don't know if you understand what I mean.
I get you.
So it's somebody who is helping them.
It's inspiration.
That's the
somebody's telling you, I know what you're feeling.
Yes, I was here before.
I was here before. And I kept going. Yeah. And I was here before, but look at me now.
Yeah, look at me now. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So in as much as it reminds me of it and makes me like kind of relieve this moment, it needs to be done for people. It's even if it's not the best for me. You feel me? It needs to be done for people. And this needs to be done for millions of people. Somebody needs to do it.
Okay, one more question before I close this section.
I got you. I did with you like this. Anyway, I want to carry me, I go follow you, go.
I want to talk about the climb out.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've documented from like where it all came from.
Mm-hmm.
We've documented where we all came from.
Okay.
We're at where you have used this as music and why you use this for music. Why you turned, not used this, that's a negative way to frame it. Why you turned
this moment
to
music.
why you turned it into art and your motivations for it and what it does. And for you, like, would you do this again?
I will always do it my whole life till I'm gone. I'll do it until I'm gone. I'll do it until... See, it's service.
In what way?
It's service. In as much as it's it's fame. It looks like I'm having a very good life. I'm living good. I got money.
Yeah.
I got the finest girls in the world.
Yeah.
I'm young. I'm free. Trust me. At the same time, I'm serving. I'm serving in the sense of my music is not the type you force on people. I don't know if you understand me.
Yes.
It's not the type you force on people. It's the type that people catch up with.
And accept.
It's the fact that people realize that, oh, this is the truth. This is the truth. I didn't know. I don't know if you feel me. Yeah. It's service. The reason why it's like that is because it's service. It's me doing something for you. It's not like me making music to become a superstar. Yeah. Or me making music. It used to be like that at first, but I grew up. Yeah. Trust me, I've grown a whole lot. Yeah. And now my music is service right now.
I get you. I feel you. So after you made this music and you were done with it and you've made your peace with it, why did you go for therapy?
I needed it. I actually needed therapy. In as much as I was going crazy for real.
Yeah?
Like I was going crazy. I was going psycho. And the pain was getting much. It was getting bigger. So I needed to take care of myself. So I went for therapy. But yeah, the therapy didn't work it didn't work from the start. It got worse.
You know, like I started setting up my face to show like and concern, like, okay, thank God.
It got worse.
That you shared on Twitter? You said, you had sex with your therapist.
I'm good, man. Crazy, right?
Did that make you? So did that make you? That now made you move away from? Did that make you stop therapy, or did you seek somewhere else?
Yeah, well, I think what I did was I didn't do therapy anymore, but I got better. I got better. There was this no therapy that I could have gotten
apart from music.
The music, and then I realized that yes, a lot of people need therapy.
Yeah.
But one very good way to have therapy is to believe whatever you say to yourself. So that's the only thing I did. I believed. I stopped therapy and
started focusing on your self-talk.
Focusing more on
self-talk.
What I know as the truth. So I tell myself the truth, and I have to learn how to believe. I had to learn how to believe when I tell myself the truth.
So you had to retool the sunny side.
Yes.
Focus on the bright side.
Focus on the bright side.
And then tell yourself that this is your reality.
This is who I am, bro. And that's the truth. You're this, you're that, you're a star, you're Omah Lay. And that's the truth. And yeah, I think I got better after all that stuff.
Nice. Oh. So you improved your self-talk, how you spoke to yourself.
Yeah. How I saw myself.
And that ultimately changes how you see yourself.
Yeah. Exactly. I got better. I got way better. And I don't think I'm there anymore. I find girl.
No, why are they laugh? No, like this boy.
A very fine girl. Trust me.
You guys still friends?
No, yeah, sure. My girls are my friends still.
Beautiful.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
It is what it is.
Okay. So there's this perception, this underlying perception. When people listen to you, people would say, and I even shared a tweet about it, and I'm like, you know, the people you make music for, because people, you look innocent. You know, you say it too in your music. You said, "And my face they innocent until I bend you." You said it don't bend you.
I think that's just how. I mean, this is how I am, bro.
But I don't think you're innocent. I think that left a long time ago.
Yeah. But I'm innocent to an extent, though.
No. You're guilty. If I wake up tomorrow and they say, Omah Lay, do something. Instead of talk, we say, that boy. Like, I'll be like, that boy.
Because you know go know where
you don't go know.
It is what it is, though. It is, but you know, Port Harcourt, you cannot change the fact that Port Harcourt is Port Harcourt, bro. The blood is different.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I get you. And now you've done this, and now you're at this space. One thing people like don't understand is switching from being a producer to being an artist. How I know you produce some of your records, but how does that make you a better
Artist.
musician?
Yeah, better musician. So because I always have a clear picture of what I want to do in my head. So many times I have clear pictures of exactly what I want. So, I think it gives me an edge a little, because I can describe what is playing in my head. I can describe how it is already sounding in my head to somebody. At least sometimes I can even make it the same way that's sounding in my head. So it might give me an edge, but it doesn't change the fact that you can be a very great musician even though you don't know how to produce. You can be one of the greatest even though you don't know how to produce. But I think for me, it's just that thing that came with my life. It's just that thing that, you know.
Does it mean
if I was Omah Lay and I didn't know music production, I probably would not start trying to learn. But I think before all the things that made me Omah Lay was like music production. I don't know if you understand. Like, if I was famous already and people listen to my music and people understand my story with my music already without knowing how to make how to work music production, I don't think I would go back to learn music production. Yeah. Do you understand what I mean?
I get you.
Yeah.
I get you. But it does contribute to the final product.
It does.
So does it mean your ideas are clearer now because you understand both ends? So you don't just understand melody, you understand what needs to be done to make it happen. Yeah.
As my head knows the thing that's gonna give it pleasure. Like my brain knows the sound that's gonna give it pleasure. Until I hear that sound, I'm not gonna get that pleasure. I don't know if you understand.
Yes, I understand you.
And I think it's just an overall understanding of sound. Just overall understanding of sound and just overall understanding of I think it's overall understanding of sound. Yeah.
That's beautiful. And you left. When did you decide to leave Port Harcourt? And what made you decide to leave Port Harcourt?
I left Port Harcourt in 2019.
Why?
So after I dropped my first 2 singles, Do Not Disturb and Hello Brother.
Hello Brother was demonic, man. That song was evil. I still listen to it.
Yeah, my brother.
Yeah.
So after I dropped Do Not Disturb and Hello Brother, I got a couple deals. I found my team key card. So they pulled me out of Port Harcourt and brought me to Lagos. 2019, I was in Lagos till 2020, and that was when I dropped my first project, Get Laid.
So in that year that you came to Lagos, Did you feel some type of culture shock?
Things were different. That's when I made Bad Influence.
What was different?
You know Port Harcourt. Yeah. You know how Port Harcourt is.
Yeah.
And especially coming from the broke side of Port Harcourt, you know how it is.
Yeah.
To come into Lagos to Lekki,
Oh, you came to Lekki?
Straight up to Lekki.
You didn't do the mainland?
No, I didn't. I never stayed on the mainland.
You went straight to affluence.
But the thing is, you know, say Lekki get how Lekki be. No be like say Lekki now. You understand?
I know, but Lekki better pass Ajegunle.
Yeah, no man. I don't know. I never reach. I never go Ajegunle.
I don't go Ajegunle.
Never go before.
Yeah, I lived in Ojuelegba for a bit. Yeah, when I moved to Lagos, 2013.
You Ojuelegba.
Yeah, I lived there for like a year plus. Then I moved to the island. Yeah.
Wow.
So
I never saw all those parts of Lagos. I just came and I stayed on the island. I stayed in a very, it's not the best of apartments, but it was lucky.
Yes. And it gave you the launching pad from here.
Yeah, exactly. And then, yeah, I could connect. I started seeing producers and working with other producers at the same time, making my stuff. So yeah, that's how I came.
So what did development at this point look like? So when you moved to Lagos, what did you come for? What brought you here? Why? What did you come for? I know what brought you here, business.
Yeah.
But like, what did you come for?
So what I came for when I came to Lagos was to slow down the sound.
Okay.
In Port Harcourt, where I came from, you know, say you get how our music be. Get
Yes.
how if you actually just want to focus on listening to Port Harcourt boys, you could see something, you could get something you would find.
Yeah.
You find that slowness.
Yes.
That's Molly vibes.
Yes.
That Codeine vibe.
Yes. Yes. Our music is not fast. It's not fast.
You know fast. So like, I came, and then there was a way it was heating in Port Harcourt. There was like that music in Port Harcourt. It did heat.
Yeah.
You understand? Like it did heat if you did into them, but for some reasons, it wasn't Lagos. It wasn't Lagos, but I don't know. I actually just came with the idea of slowing down the sound or something. I don't know. Doing something to the sound, something Port Harcourt, something where we do for Port Harcourt.
And when you start playing this music and bringing the sound and playing it to like people who wouldn't understand the music, first people wouldn't get where it was coming from. What was their initial reaction?
Because my team at Port Harcourt,
I
Port
know
Harcourt blood, so they
I know
understood the sound. They understood it. You know, when you and your team is on different sides, like when the thing you see as dope, it's not what your team sees as dope. It's always a problem.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And I think that is it. Is big disconnection. But my team and I, like, we come from. It's almost like we came from the same parent.
Yeah.
So we all understood each other. Like when they understood my sound, and they believed in it. They believed in it so much. So even when people were saying no to them, when they were trying to put my stuff out, people were saying no to them.
Yeah.
People said I wasn't gonna be here for a long time. No, you feel me? My first ever project, they said no to it.
People are scared. People are usually scared, especially in this business. I've seen people are usually scared of what they don't understand.
People need to open their mind more. And I think that's one of the things that
they stuck with you.
They stuck with me. They stuck with the things that I produced. It was the best for them. There was nothing better than what I gave to them at the point for them. And
because even the way they spoke to me when we talked about your music, even the way they spoke to me about it, I'm like, I know them. I know who they are. I know like how, like I know their credentials. So I know if they're selling something to you, or if they're telling you about something, they are not jokers. Yes.
Yeah.
They're not jokers at all.
Yeah. No, my team is the best though.
Yeah.
They're the best.
Well, they do well.
Honestly, I'm not sure that I would have done better. Maybe, I don't know. I would have done better. I don't know, but I'm not sure that. You see the way I came up.
Yeah.
I think I needed to come up like that. I needed this particular team to become Omah Lay. I don't know if you feel me.
I feel you.
It wasn't supposed to be any other team. It was that particular team. If it wasn't for that particular team, I don't know if I would have been Omah Lay. I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Yeah. So when you were in Lekki, how did life change for you? What was your day to day?
So we can't go club now.
Oh.
You understand? Can't they go strip? Can't they throw money? They drink Hennessy. Don't be Hennessy with they drink for PH now.
Which are advanced?
We're gonna go strip club. They throw money, velvet, and they bounce me. Oh boy.
Then they bounce you for. Then they bounce you for.
No, our dress where they no bounce me for velvet. Any dab.
Like even if you wear the latest,
See, even if
the
me come down,
freshest,
even if Nami come down from the driver's seat from the car,
and
go
the car
bounce,
will be small car.
then go bounce me. One day I will go back that club. I will go back that club, that velvet.
But what's be their problem? What's be their problem with you then?
I don't know, no. You know, I don't know those. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Person just like your face.
Oh boy, see me.
Oh, you innocent.
Wait, I do you? Why you no go like me? Why you go just see me no like me? Oh boy, it is what it is though.
And then you're going to the club. You were
going
having
to the club.
new experiences.
Yeah, life changed. Lagos is fast. Everybody's just. I meet people like people that I used to see from the TV, from Instagram. I did just easily run into them. Like I was on the club one night. Davido came. Omah, Davido come to the club that night. Hey, God. Now my team they tell me say, calm down. You don't have to act like say, but trust me. So yeah, man. I started seeing things. I started seeing stuffs. Experience and yeah. I grew up big time. Trust me.
What wasn't bad influence?
Yeah, bad influence was about my move to Lagos. It was about the move to Lagos. It was about, and then I was having health issues at the time. The doctor said I burnt my liver, all the stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So
your music is all your life.
Yeah, no, my music is my life. Definitely my life, my whole life. So yeah, I had health issues, going to the club, things changed. I made my hair, bust my ears. That was not my life.
But you have your earrings. You've taken them back. I looked at them and they didn't look like
the same ones that I used to have.
Yes.
Nah.
These ones now they have like a sequel. It's sharp. It's pointy.
Yeah, that's Omah Lay. That's me. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. It might get bigger. I mean, I feel like someday I might just make it bigger. I don't know.
Okay.
That's the vibe.
Okay.
You might not understand it, but you will someday.
Someday. And then you started making this music and you got Get Laid. Get Laid came out, instant hit. Instant hit. I think Get Laid was one of the fastest blowing projects I've ever seen. Instant hit. And it came at a time when we needed more peace. It came at a time when we needed more
lockdown.
Peace. Lockdown. And so you sort of soundtracked our pandemic. That moment when we were all down. We were, still...
Yeah. I feel you.
We're going at it with your music. So you were already in Lekki. You were already living the fast life. You had access to more resources.
Yeah, but not as fast as right now.
Okay. Which is fine. So you were living, things have started racing. How were the things you held on to continue to like chase the dream? Because you had left suffer. Because
music was thank God I got Dilly.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
My music is my life actually. For real. And like I said, one place that I feel like I can always tell how I feel. One place that I think that I feel like I can always speak my mind.
Yeah.
Is in the studio. Just with the mic. So and one place that I find genuine happiness is like freedom when I'm in the studio, like when I'm singing, when I'm making music. It's like freedom from all the things that I have inside of me. So that is one place that I find genuine joy, genuine happiness.
Yeah.
And so every time I'll always go back to where I find happiness. It's normal as a human being to always fall back to the place where you find happiness. That's why people are addicted to stuff. Yeah. Because it gives them happiness.
Yeah. It gives them joy.
Yeah. So I always go back to my music and try to free up myself. And I couldn't stop. I just couldn't stop.
So there's this thing the industry does to you. I know you have led a life where it was life or death. Like you've come, like it was life or death. Your mortality was always in front of you. And you've struggled like fighting different battles along the way. What new battles did being in the industry bring your way?
Bro, I was telling you the story about how a lot of people that I thought were with me left, right?
Yeah.
There was a lot of it felt like I don't know how to explain the battles, but I learned a whole lot.
You learned about human behavior?
Human behavior, I think so. I learned about human behavior. I learned about people in the industry. I learned about how it is not what it is outside.
Yeah.
It's different from what it is outside. It's different to the fans.
Yes.
But I don't want to go that same way. I don't want to run it that way. I don't want to run my that shit that same way. I don't want to run my shit that same way. Feel me?
Because it's not you?
Because that's not me. So right now I'm making music, whether industry or no industry. Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I'm just making my music. I don't know if you feel me.
I feel
People I fuck with, I fuck with. People I don't. I'm just doing my shit. Me and my team. Tunnel vision. Till I get there.
With Boy Alone, I feel like Boy Alone, apart from soundtracking what you've done in terms of, I know the messaging is heavy, and that's why we focused a lot on the messaging, because it's very heavy. But the music itself, you explored a lot of sounds that it felt like it felt kaleidoscopic. See,
that word is big for me.
See, things are blending into each other. The pictures are clear, but they're also blending into each other. Different sounds, different sounds, different inspirations. But somehow it felt like they all belong together. How do you achieve that as an artist?
Like I said, while I was in that state of mind, while I was going through all the things I was going through working on this album, there's always a sound that pleasured my brain. Every other sound didn't. So once my brain hears that sound, that's the one. Like I don't find pleasure. It's just like an addiction. Like you just need to keep going until you hit that one. I don't know if you feel me. You need to keep going until maybe one day when you get like enough more. I don't know if you feel me.
I feel you, brother.
Maybe if you smoke one stick before, now you go need to smoke 2 sticks.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So every other thing just didn't used to make sense in my head until I heard that sound. So once I hear it, I know it's supposed to be on the album. It's this one. This one go work for this. So yeah. I don't know, the spirit. Anyhow, the spirit led me. I just went that way until Boy Alone was done.
So you have this image of good boy outside, bad boy on the inside.
Okay. I don't see myself that way.
How do you see yourself then?
Omah Lay. I just see Omah Lay. Yeah, I just see Omah Lay. I don't even think I'm a bad boy. In as much as I am a bad boy.
But so you this man.
Yeah, but I don't begin to see. I don't see myself that way. I just wake up and I look in the mirror and I see Omah Lay, and and I'm so good. I'm so happy to see Omah Lay. Yeah.
Do you think the world sees you now?
The world?
Yes. Do you think the people who connect with your art, do you think they fully see you?
Yeah, because do you know that in the past 2 years I only put out, in my whole career before Boy Alone, I only had 12 songs.
Yeah.
Only 12 songs have been powering my whole career in the past 2 years. Right? 12 songs, right? Yeah. 12 songs or 11 songs. Maybe. My own songs. I'm not talking about collaborations.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's only those couple songs that has been powering my career, and then I told you that my music is my life.
Yeah.
So the more experience of my life they get, the more they see me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm making sense.
You are.
The more experience of my life that they get, the more they see me more. So
the more you're generous in sharing, the more you're generous to them, the more they understand you.
Yes. But why do you have to use generous?
Because a lot of sharing. I believe sharing is generosity.
Yeah, it is generosity.
It's not only when you give people money.
I feel you.
Like, look at you. You just called your music service.
Yeah.
Yes, and so by giving that service, don't you think it's generosity?
It is.
I know you don't want to see it like, I don't know, feel generosity when you hear it in this market. Because of poverty, the warriors, they feel like the person that always gives you something where you go change your life. Or, no, it's never that. Generosity, I like to use English words as they were intended to be used.
I feel you.
So,
I feel you.
But generosity here is like generosity of spirit.
Yeah. Generosity of spirit.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So by maintaining this disposition, by sharing so much of yourself, you believe they get a clearer picture of your existence.
Generosity of spirit. That's it. Yeah. I like that description, man. That's in deepo.
Yes.
Well, you can just say talk so kind things.
I just use plenty English.
Okay, so yeah, I think I need to give more. The more I give to them, the more they understand. The more they understand, the more they see me more. So it was just 2 projects. It was just a couple songs. There's no way I could tell enough story for you to understand who I am in just those 10 songs and just those 2 EPs. You feel me?
Yeah.
I need to tell you so much more. There's still so much more that I always need to keep telling you. So the more, it's just like, it's like what I said. It's like me living a life and documenting it for other people who are just coming to meet it, so that they always have somebody who is there to tell them that, yeah, I've been here before, so you can just inspiration. You feel me? So yeah, I need to tell them so much more for them to actually see me more. So it's every time, I feel like it's gonna be every time that every time a new song comes, because I'm not there to tell you so much more about myself. Yeah, my music is how I do it. So the more they see me, the more music I put out, the more they see me.
Okay, so
in essence is, as time goes,
they will get more parts of you,
you'll get
and
more
they'll
parts
get a
of me.
clearer picture of who you are.
Exactly.
Stick around, people. Stick around. So, Afrobeats to the world. You're one of the drivers of Afrobeats to the world.
Yeah.
You, since 2019, you've not only moved from relative obscurity, to mainstream dominance. And now you're exporting your creation beyond these borders. You are touring. Like I couldn't get a hold of you for a while because you were not even around in the country. And they were like, oh, in the travel. Oh, he never enter. They weren't able to talk on the phone, and I'm like, no, make him come.
They wouldn't be good on the phone. It wouldn't have.
I try to avoid it. I've never done an interview on the phone, a podcast on the phone. But when you moved away from Nigeria, when you started going to all these international spaces, I don't mean like international African diaspora spaces, like spaces where people do not have an inkling of your culture, how do you think you're treated in those spaces? What's the difference between how you're treated there and how you're treated in African spaces?
It's pretty much the same. Black and white is the same.
In what way?
Black and white is the same as in human body color and stuff.
I'm not even asking about racism.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm getting to a point.
Okay.
So like, you feel what you're asking me is how I think they accept me outside.
Yes.
The reception outside.
Yes.
Basically. So I think it's pretty much the same. Yeah, it's almost pretty much the same. Yeah. But there's just this extra that comes with it. The thing is, I don't get this question straight. Are you asking me as a superstar, or as Omah Lay, or as as just an ordinary person.
No, not as a person, as a musician. You can't be a person, you're a business. You can't be a person.
Because lately, sometimes I'm like, I'm Stanley, sometimes I'm Omah Lay.
Yes, I know. And you know, one powers the other. One powers the other. But at the same time, I'm asking like your general human experience, like in where you have left this culture and presented your art in another culture, and how have they connected with it, and why do you? I'm just trying to look for what they find in it.
I think they find that blood. They find that that unique blood, that Port Harcourt blood, that Omah Lay. That's what they find.
The authenticity speaks to them.
Yeah, I think that's what they find, and I don't know. And I think another thing is Afrobeat is really, really, really growing.
Yeah,
Afrobeat is way beyond where we left it, where we saw it in 2020. Right now, it's no more there, and I think they just. Bro, I don't know, man. I don't know if I feel like I'm not making sense right now.
No, you are. You are. It's big. We've grown. We've pushed the art to another level. So, the first time you ever performed, like where you're not performing for Africans or people who are connected to our culture, how did that performance go?
They dance. That's one beautiful thing about this whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, Olami did rap. Oh yeah, take and I was cover me like, but they're dancing.
Okay.
You feel me? Like they are dancing, and bro, only that enough it speaks volume.
Yeah.
That only the sound, like they don't even know anything, but that they don't know what we're saying, but they are just dancing. They're just having fun. That's to show that Afrobeat is like, it's that one music that brings joy to the world. It's just that one music that brings happiness. Like when you hear Afrobeat as a person who is not from Africa, when you hear Afrobeat, there is nothing. I feel like they just like when I hear Indian music.
Yeah.
And as much as I love music so much, and I can always relate to, because I'm a music producer. When you hear Indian music, there's really nothing that's as a Nigerian, there's nothing that's supposed to there's nothing attractive, there's nothing supposed to attract you in it. You feel me? Because you don't understand what they're doing and the language and
it's foreign.
Yeah, exactly. So like Afrobeat and this person from Poland. And you go to Poland, there's this person from Poland who, as a matter of fact, is beginning to cook Nigerian food, who is into Afrobeat to the point where they can make Nigerian food. And now
they're learning about other parts of the culture.
About other parts of the culture. And now this thing I always say, Afrobeats to the world. Afrobeats to the world means a time will come when we will hold festivals in Lagos. A time will come when we would hold festivals in Ghana, Kenya, anywhere in Africa. And people from around the world will come and party. Like big festival, they'll come dance to Afrobeat. That's Afrobeats to the world.
Yes, but we're already having like versions of that, like Afrochella. Afrochella is happening, Afro Nation, where we'll go to a random place in Europe, and like Africans unite, and everybody will run down there.
Yeah, but I'm saying that
you want something on the continent,
something in Africa where people from Asia will come back. Like people from Asia will come to Africa. Like
the same way people travel to Coachella.
Exactly. You feel me?
Yes.
Festivals are gonna be held like that someday, where people will start coming to Africa properly because of Afrobeat. Afrobeats to the world. Trust me.
So I just had like access to the world. So for a long time I didn't leave this continent. I haven't left the continent. But I think by the time this comes out, I'll be on a plane out of the continent. And the day I'll pop. So
why are you sounding like you want to run?
I'm not running. No, I did. I need to run. I just want to go check things. Check one or two. I want to check one or two.
Oh yeah, no.
So and for a while, like nothing has attracted me outside.
Oh, yeah.
I've not had a reason why. So, but with our music moving and our culture moving and existing in all these spaces, I also want to like get first-hand experience of how this is. I want to see how these people see us and the inroads, like the way the access points into our culture and how it influences them.
It's important. I think it's important.
So it's important to me that I go
it is important for people like it's important for someone like you. It is.
So it's to tell a complete story, you know. So I think that's why we started working on this, and yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. And do you feel like you have a certain responsibility to where you're from?
Yeah, because I'm living a life for people. Not like I'm living the life for people, but I'm documenting my life for people to. I'm leading.
Yeah,
I'm leading a bunch of people. I'm leading a pack. So it's like you gotta be people's inspiration. You don't want to have. If you're actually telling a story for people to come meet up, people to live with. You feel me? If you're telling a story, then you want to have a good ending.
Yeah.
So many times it's fucked up. If people don't like a movie, a lot of people don't like movies that don't end well. So sometimes there's beauty in not ending well, but
those are the tragedies.
Yes, sometimes there's beauty in it, but at the same time, if I'm living this life and for people for me to serve people, then I want to make sure that at the end of the story, at the end of my story, at the end of their story, it ended well. So yeah, I'm leading, and it's a responsibility, not heavy, because obviously God knows that it was for me before I started carrying it. I guess. Yeah. But I want to make it has to end well. So I'm working 2/7. I'm doing what I have to do to yeah.
So you're talking about leadership, even your man Starry just mentioned while we were on our break that in Marine Bays you've given like people a reason to go on. Like everybody done they do music.
Yeah, that means a lot. That means a lot. That's inspiration.
That's influence and inspiration.
Yeah, that's inspiration. That's why I do it. So that, bro, I came from there. That's why my music is saying this story, bro. I came from there. So, trust me, in this whole world, there are millions of people that are coming from there too. And they need somebody to speak for them. Yeah. So my music is not just I have grown to the point where my music now it's gonna be good enough. It's good enough for anybody in the world.
Yeah.
But my music is not just for commercial purpose anymore. Like, I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
It's for commercial use. It's a commodity, whatever they call it business wise. But I'm making sure that it's not just music where you go just drop, you just dance, you go do, and you just go, you just vibe, you just like. In as much as I still want to do vibes and stuff, but I'm really, really intentional about making music that tells that story, the story I've been talking about for so long. I'm making sure that I'm making music that tells the story. Yeah.
And this story, how would you want it to end?
So, if this story ends bad, it's not the ending.
If it ain't all right, then it's not the end.
It's not the end, yeah. So if this movie, if it doesn't end well, then that means that's if you think you got to somewhere and it's the end and it's not well, then trust me, it's not ended. I don't understand. It must have to end well. Do you get me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it didn't start well.
It didn't start well. It cannot not start well and not end well.
Yes.
There's bee. As crazy as bee is, there's honey from it.
True.
It must have to be that sweet.
Yes.
Because what's the essence of being being a bee? You get me? Yeah.
I get you. So now, you didn't have the chance to properly, I wanted to say you didn't have the chance to properly like explore your youth because you had weight on your shoulder, but you did explore your youth. You lived. Now why you even want to come up with that? So, but were there things that you, like with this added freedom that you've had, this added personal freedoms that you've had, you're no more under the gun. Now you're in the eye of the microscope. There's a huge microscope on your life. But I think it's better than being under the gun.
Yeah, it is better. It's way better. It's way better. This is heaven. This is heaven, bro. And that's more. I don't mean it in God way.
Yeah.
But where I come from, this is heaven. But it's not enough. I don't know if you feel me. Where I come from, I come from hell.
Yes.
Trust me.
And this is heaven. And you acknowledge that this is heaven.
This is heaven.
Then why isn't it enough?
Because I'm human.
True.
I'm human. Humans, it's never enough. There's no ending to it.
Yeah, humans, there's this insatiable desire that we possess
you have to be honest with yourself.
Keep going.
That's human. That's being human.
I don't think we were designed to stop.
No, we were not. It wasn't. So this world, people think this world will end. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not a pastor. I'm not an imam.
Yes. No. Hit me with your idea. No. Hit me with your idea. You don't have to be religious about this. Just
People keep saying this world will end. This world will end. Something will happen. Everybody will go to heaven and go to hell. Bro, do you want to imagine this world in 300 years? Can you imagine this world in the next 300 years? Can you even try to imagine it?
I can't, because the people that existed 300 years ago, they can't imagine this world.
They can't.
That people will fly in the sky.
They can't.
Come on.
No, they can't.
This is what
way
our
worse.
life now is witchcraft to them.
Way worse. Way more things are going to happen in the future. This world is like, I feel like this world is just like, it's a very huge circle.
Yeah.
The end is when you die. I feel like the end is when I die. It's like, it's just one big circle and it just keeps going and keeps going and just comes back and keeps going and keeps going. Bro.
Did it feel like you hit a new level when you got the collaboration for Attention?
No, I didn't feel like any new level. I only felt like...
How did it feel?
It was one achievement for me. Yeah, it was one achievement for me because I have people in my list. People that 3 years ago, I would not believe that I would do a song with. You feel me?
Justin Bieber is pretty big, though.
Yeah, Justin Bieber is on the list. And yeah, when he came to me, I was really happy.
Oh, he came to you?
Yeah, when he came to me, I was really happy.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, I was really happy. So it was a moment of my life, and it meant a lot to me to actually have a record with Bieber. So,
do you think people didn't understand that?
And then the reason why people didn't understand it. The reason why it then made more sense to me was because he was telling the same story that I was telling.
Yeah, because it's also someone that has gone through.
Yeah, he's telling the same story in the song.
Yeah,
in the song we were saying, lately I've been losing my mind. So he was telling my story too. So when he came to me, so a lot of things have happened, right? A lot of collaborations that people might have done so many collaborations. Trust me, they might not be out now, but I've done so many collaborations. But you see, there's something personal. There's this personal thing with my music. It's why people think I don't do so many collaborations. But I'm telling a story. You don't dare misinterpret my story.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah.
I won't let you misinterpret. If you're not telling the same story as I'm telling, then I'm out. I don't know if you feel me.
I get you.
So yeah, when Justin Bieber came and he was telling the same story, it meant so much to me.
Yes, because even Justin Bieber, Bieber child star became a sensation too early, he had the same. He went through the same things, the same feelings. There was a time he felt like he didn't love himself enough, and so he acted out in the most uncharitable ways to himself and to the people around him because he was lashing out. And then the other time he later found love, found joy, found a way to record. This your album. Do you know the kind? If you want to get Justin Bieber a version of this same story that is contained on your album, on Justin Bieber's album, check his album Purpose.
Purpose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen to Justin Bieber's Purpose. It's exactly what you're saying.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I think I need to go back to listen to it.
Yes. Listen to Purpose.
What year was that? What that was like?
That was 2015, 2016.
Feels like 2012 to me.
Yeah, I know it's not that old. Because I know I played that album reminds me of my first car. And I think I drove that car a lot in 2015, 2016. So that was what I always played. So those memories are tied.
Yeah.
So yeah, listen to that. It's exactly, you would find kindred spirit.
Yeah, I feel you. So you see Teiwa too on the album? Tay was telling my story too. You know, that's what
He's dark.
Yeah,
He's too dark.
He's telling my story too. That's what I'm saying.
Tay is too dark. I met Tay like I think in 2018. That was the first time I met Tay in Abuja. So I went to his studio in Abuja, and then we had a conversation then for OK Africa. And then when I met him, I'm like, okay, I see your depth. I see the darkness that powers this beauty. Yeah,
Teiwa is my man. He's my G. He's telling the same story. That's why it's only Justin Bieber and Tay on the album, because I needed people to have that experience, that Omah Lay experience. And anybody who comes on and doesn't tell that story, that's deviating from that particular story, the way the album needs to be. Yeah. And the deluxe is coming too. And this I'm telling you now. I'm telling you, this is like what they call it, exclusive.
So a deluxe is coming.
The deluxe is coming, and the story continues.
Yeah. So this is not all of it.
No. The story continues.
I can't wait. So I generally have a huge appreciation for your music. I like what you do with the mic. I like how you pick your sounds. I like the richness in the texture of what you create. And I like I like the vulnerability of it all. You've never been shy to give yourself to the world. And I think that's one of the main reasons why the world blesses you.
Yeah. I don't know why the world blesses me, but I just wake up and I be Omah Lay. And everything that comes with Omah Lay, I take it and I accept it.
And on this journey now, you have done all of these things. You've done all of these things. You've gotten to this point where you're here now. What does happiness mean now? Because it's always been the pursuit of happiness for a while. What does happiness mean now to you?
Happiness. Joy, peace, and happiness. Those three girls.
I'm not talking about your women.
Oh, those three girls.
How do you find your happiness now?
I don't know, Ben. I don't know.
Are you more grateful?
Yeah, I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for being here. As a matter of fact, I'm really grateful for being here right now when Afrobeat is like this. Because like I said, Afrobeat wasn't like this in like even 3 years ago.
3 years ago, yes,
it wasn't like this.
We've come a long way.
Yeah. I'm really, really grateful for being here. I'm really grateful for being one of the Afrobeat persons in 2022 and going further. I'm really grateful.
So I look around the room. We're about to end this. We've done 50 minutes of this.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh yeah, no.
But yes, I have like a couple more questions, like 2 or 3, and then we're fine.
Let's go.
Okay.
Got you.
There's this thing about day ones. Day ones in your existence. Day ones in your business when you're going. For you, in this room, we have a number of your day ones. What do day ones, apart from being an anchor to reality, what do day ones, like what's the value of your day ones as you progress through stardom?
I feel like God is watching me.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
God is watching me. Wetin you gain, Kwanuna? Wetin be the gain if you become as in I don't know, bro. I don't know. But they want to me. I feel like there's just serious need why they have to be there.
Yeah.
You don't end.
Oh, you don't end. Okay, no wahala.
There's a serious reason why they have to be there as we go. There's a serious reason. I need to always remember something. I need things to remind me, just like you said, an anchor to reality, right?
Yeah.
That's how you say.
Yeah.
I need that reminder. I need to look at people and when I've looked forward for so long, I need to be able to just look by my side and see people that just take me backward a bit. Are
they truthful to you?
Yeah, sure. I don't feel the need to question that actually.
Yeah.
I don't feel the need to even question or ask myself that question. Like, yeah, same thing, question. So I don't feel the need to question myself about that.
That's beautiful. Because a lot of people, the more they climb, and I've seen this a lot in this industry, the more people have ascended, like, or grown in exponentially in terms of celebrity, in terms of size, they lose touch with the basics of themselves, why they started, where they come from. And without that, you would never, I don't think you can fully like understand and measure your journey if you don't have an anchor to your reality, to like your earliest reality.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I agree with you. You need that. You always need that one person that you could look at his face and just go back in time, pick something back from the past, bring it back, bring it forward. It's necessary. It's necessary. Don't run from your past. Don't just run away from it. But I think you just need to master how not to let it hold you down.
Yeah.
You just need to master how to go back to the past sometimes and just get one or two things to help you go further. I don't know if you understand.
I get you.
If you forget those things, you might reach a point in your life when you can't cross. I don't know if you feel me.
I get you.
Yeah, there are things in the past that you need to go further.
So have you been to Port Harcourt recently?
Oh yeah. That was like since my last show. Last time I was in Port Harcourt was my last show. That was when? That was December last year.
Yeah.
Last December. Yeah.
How that show? What did it mean to you? Because you made such a big deal about it.
Yeah. That's my bro. That city, that same city. I have stood on the floor, on the ground.
Yeah.
Floor, ground. Which one be you, Sansan? Ground.
Yes.
I stood on the ground and watched Timaya perform on stage. I've stood on the ground and I watched MI perform. I stood on the ground, watched Kokomiko. Stood on the ground, watch people perform. I needed to go back there.
You stared up at them.
Yes, I stared up at them. I needed to go back there. It's been so long since they had their own to stare up at. I had to go back there for them to stare up, for them to look at me, looks that I was down there with them, but now I made it up here. They can too. You feel me?
Why is that so important to you? You keep saying that. Like this, a long-running theme in everything here is inspiration.
Yeah.
And I know your music is service and all that, but why is being in service so important to you?
Because I know what people's music did for me.
Okay.
I know what people's music did for me. That's why I don't take it for a joke when people tell me that your lyrics mean this, your lyrics did this when I was down. Because I know that I've been there a lot of times when people said stuff that actually pulled me through a certain time in their music. And that's exactly what I want to pass down. That's exactly what I want to pass down.
Okay, final question.
Okay.
And thank you so much for sharing so freely.
Got you, my brother. got you.
Thank you. You make amazing music, and so I've been trying to get this interview because I want to understand more, even for myself. Like, I want to know where I want to know where it all comes from.
It all comes from Omah Lay.
Yes.
It all comes from Omah Lay.
And Omah Lay is this rich individual with this robust existence.
Omah Lay is Omah Lay.
They have seen
as I am now.
You've seen the darkness, you've seen the light.
Exactly.
And you are a combination of all of these. Beautiful. So at the end of all of this, like, I know it will be all right. I know it will be good. The story will come out well. It's already well, and it gets better.
Every single year. Yeah, every single time.
I believe this is still your day one.
Yeah, no, this is still my day one. This was like still my day one.
Yes,
trust me,
I know.
brother.
It's still your day one.
Still my day one.
When you eventually, like, because you say the end of it is death. So when you eventually exit this world, what would matter to you in all of this journey?
See, they still the jam. They still the vibe. If I look back and they're still vibing, bro.
You have the soul of a rock star.
Bro, if I can just look back, maybe one day they just throw like a festival and they still the vibe or more. That would mean so much to me, bro. That would mean so much. That they're still dancing. That would mean so much to me.
Okay. We're dancing now. We danced yesterday.
Yeah.
We're dancing today.
I tell you.
And we look forward to dancing tomorrow.
No, forever dance, my baby. Me and my baby, we dance. We'll dance till we die, bro. Because, man, there's so much to be sad about. You feel me?
Yeah.
There's so much to be sad about. But, yeah, it's just going to be a ripple effect. I try to make the world around me better. The small one that I find around me. Try to make it better. And I feel like if it betters somebody, if the person is trying to be human enough, he would try to better somebody else. And that's just, I feel like that's just the only way we can make the world a better place, man. Let people dance. Let people forget their pains sometimes. So much pain in the world, bro. Trust me. Especially for me. For some, I don't know about you, but for someone like me who have seen the rough, and
I've also seen the rough.
So you're supposed to know.
That's why I understand you.
Yeah. You're supposed to know what it means like to look at your mom in the face when there's nothing. You feel me?
Yeah, I've looked at my people like that.
Yes, exactly.
So, I know. I connect with everything you say. I connect with the story. The same timelines. I know what it means to live in Port Harcourt. As a poor person, like someone, like, it's hard to dream with nothing in your pocket.
It's hard.
I know what deprivation, I know what lack is.
To break out of it is a very big thing.
Yes.
Honestly.
And people will do that. Just, even when I broke out of it, for a long time, I had this pressure on my shoulders that I have to take my people with me. Thank you. He's very generous.
No, this guy. OG coast to coast.
He's very generous. Thank you. He just passed me something rolled. So, don't worry, my podcast. We get the best storylines, information out, but you still live your life and exist. So, I know what deprivation, what lack is. I know what it is to come from that life and get to a point where you feel a certain level of responsibility to carry others out. And to this day, it never leaves you.
Yeah, it never leaves. It never leaves. And I think that's what's called family.
Okay.
And that's why they say
it shows that you care.
Family, family over everything at the end. I don't know if you know that saying, family
over everything.
Family over everything. It's not just because I don't think it's just because it's because it's your blood. It doesn't necessarily have to be your blood. It doesn't. But only when you have that carrying along kind of spirit, that's when you can actually understand family over everything. I don't know if you feel me.
Yeah, when you have that when you have that communal sense of community.
Exactly.
Where you believe that you are because they are. You exist because they exist. And the best way to live and the best way to go through life is to share, to have your people winning with you.
Yeah.
To have your people advancing with you.
Exactly. To look by your side
and see your people.
And see your people
by your side.
Yeah.
Not
it doesn't make sense when you're in front and they're behind you. It doesn't make sense. Trust me, it doesn't.
It doesn't. And that's something I try to do for my people a lot. Some of them the investments paid off. Some of them it doesn't and it hasn't. But do our best.
Yeah, I mean, there's serious need to be like that. There's serious need.
Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you for having me, man.
Thank you for doing this.
Joey.
Stanley. Thank you, brother. Thank you for stopping by.
Oh, yeah, no,
Thank you.
Thanks, bro.